Lesson plan for 6th class science. So how to write model lesson plan in a BED method for 6th class science. First of all, we have to write preliminary information, that means the name of the teacher and the class we select, and topic and subtopic if it is needed, and the date and time how to mention. Then general aim of the topic. So that means by teaching this lesson, so what students will gain, we have to mention here. So general aim to develop in the students a spirit of inquiry, ability to think and make them to understand the matters about our food. So that is a general aim related to the main lesson. And the next specific aim, that is what we are teaching present class. So this is to teach the students about food and its ingredients for specific food items. So the next step is teaching aids. So here are some teaching aids, that is general teaching aids and specific teaching aids we have to mention. So general teaching aids, that is a blackboard, chalk piece, textbook, and a specific chart, modules, and some sample food packets you can use. The next step is objectives. So here I mentioned some objectives. So knowledge. So this objectives for science only. So knowledge. So here students will get the knowledge about food, and second one, students will get the knowledge about ingredients of food items, and second one, understanding. Students are able to understand the food items and its ingredients. And second one, students are able to understand the preparation of food. So third one, application. Students are able to find the ingredients of a given food item. The next objective, skill. Students are ready to help their mother while cooking by expressing their ideas. So the next part is motivation. This is very important. So before we starting the lesson, we have to motivate the children. So here are some questions to get involve the students into our lesson. Here a teacher activity and a student activity. So teacher will ask some questions. For example, what is required to do work? So students will answer, we need energy to do work. And secondly, why should we eat? So students will answer, to get energy we need to eat. That means we should eat. Third question, what is the source of energy? So food is the source of energy. So then the teacher will announce the topic. So announcement, we have to announce like this. Dear students, today we are going to learn about our food. So here the lesson name should write in capital letters, and after that we have to underline. And the next step is presentation. Here are the some columns. You have to present the plan, how to divide the content, and the teacher activity, student activity, blackboard work. So what we are going to teach, we have to write down here step by step, and blackboard work also we have to mention. So here are I mentioned some favorite food and introduction to food we eat. So here we have to explain by asking some questions, and we have to answer the questions. So here students will listen what we are going to explain completely. So what is the requirement of eating food? Like that we will explain the lesson. Then the important points we have to note down on the blackboard. So here the blackboard work is very important, so because some students will gain knowledge by visualization, so we have to write down the important points on the blackboard. So during the lesson we can get involved the students by performing a small activities. Here I mentioned one small activity, like finding variety in our food. So we have to give the task to the students that every day we eat different types of food from morning to night. So you have to record the information what we eat yesterday, and ask your friend also what they had eaten yesterday. So then you note down the information in the table, like student name and food eaten, so like that. So based on that information we have to explain. So that is called analysis on collected data. So here I mentioned some questions. So are there any common food items in yours and your friends list? So they will find out and they will answer. And the second, count the number of food items you have listed in the table. So how many food items they are able to write down, so they will tell us. And the next one, do all the students eat the same type of food items? So they will say definitely all the students do not eat the same food items. So then conclusion we will give. So we eat different types of food items daily, but some food items like rice, dal and vegetables are common in the daily menu in the large parts of AP, Andhra Pradesh. So like that, on special occasions we eat a large variety of food. So this knowledge, while explaining this one, we have to note down the important points, like common food items we have to mention and note down on the blackboard. So now we involve the students to test their knowledge, that means to apply their knowledge, so what they learn. So here I mentioned one activity. So one student, Srinivas, wants to eat some special on Sunday. He asked his mother to prepare biryani. So Srinivas wanted to help his mother. His mother asked him to prepare a list of materials which would be required to make biryani. So here he listed some food ingredients, biryani ingredients. So the remaining we have to get from the students by asking them. So we have to write down the ingredients of biryani on the blackboard, and we have to explain the difference between two food items like raw rice, that means boiled rice, and biryani. So for boiled rice we need only two materials like the raw rice and water. So here biryani preparation we need a large number of ingredients. So with that we have to give information of different materials need different ingredients to prepare. Different food items need different ingredients to prepare. So finally we will come to recapitulation, the next step. So here we have to ask some questions based on what we taught to the students. So here I mentioned some questions. Give two examples for food items. So the questions would be easy, understandable. Okay, the students are able to give the answers. So first question, give two examples for food items, and then they will mention. So on the second, what are the common food items usually eaten by you? And third question, what are the ingredients required to prepare raw rice? And the fourth question, do all people eat the same type of food items? Then finally, so we have to give the homework, a simple homework. List out some food items, that means here any one or two food items you like to eat, and try to find out what materials are used to prepare them. This is the model lesson plan, so of modern BED method. So thank you for watching.